Hey everyone, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil and it's time to talk Fringe. I'm settling into this season, guys. I'm enjoying the vibe so far, but I'm not blind to the fact that it's network TV from 14 years ago. And we're talking 22 episode seasons. We're talking about standalone episodes still. Episodes that you don't necessarily... It's a show that you don't necessarily have to have watched every episode to tune in one week. This is a very common thing with first seasons of network shows because they're trying to attract a new audience and they don't want to... And you have to remember, this is just on the dawn of TiVo and that sort of thing. So people's capability of watching back episodes of the new show was pretty limited. So they didn't want to make it too inaccessible if you missed the first 2 or 3 episodes. They wanted you to be able to tune into episode 7, which we're about to do, without knowing what the show was, and still be able to pick it up. So I think we're going to be in that vibe for a while, where we don't necessarily advance the main storyline too far. We've certainly introduced a bunch of mysteries, but what we do with those mysteries might not really start evolving until later in the season. That being said, I'm learning as we go. I think I spent an entire episode or 2 calling him Royals instead of Broyles, and I'm working on that. I will try and catch myself on that. I'm not sure why I got that wrong, but nevertheless, I'm aware of it now. And I also get to play the viewer game of Spot the Observer. You have to be very observant. I noticed him in my edit for both episodes 3 and 5. I haven't edited episode 6 yet. And I can't remember whether I actually saw him in that episode or not. I don't think I did. But I'm sure he's in there somewhere. It sounds like he's going to appear in the background almost every episode, so that's fun. Keep your eyes peeled. It's kind of a Where's Waldo in live action. I dig it. Other than that, I have no idea how to predict what's going to happen next in this show. Again, because we're kind of doing Weird Science Thing of the Week for a little bit, predicting what the next Weird Science thing is a pointless exercise. And until we get deeper into that main through line of a plot, predicting what might happen next seems to be a bit of a mug's game, so I'm not even going to bother. Let's just jump right into this episode, guys. It's episode 7 of season 1, and it's called In Which We Meet Mr. Jones.
Captain Loeb, what's your 20?
We're in tow.
We have Tango in sight.
Oh, that's much closer than it should have been. All right. Big old FBI sting with what? Pandas. Stuffed pandas.
They knew we were coming. Somewhere they made a switch. Joseph Smith began working for the shipping company a week before the container was packed. He had access to the container. He's also got a science background.
What's wrong with our dude?
I've never seen anything like this. People fixed 1 minute dilated.
Intermittent cardiac arrest? Is that a thing? Or is that unusual?
Is he gonna be okay? Is it a heart attack?
The only thing for us to do is wait.
Man, we're getting right in there. Oh. What do you see?
What is that?
Is it a... Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell? What the gross hell is that? Oh. Oh, I don't like body horror. Frankly, if I was that doctor, I'd be freaking out a hell of a lot more than I don't know. Oh.
The thing isn't communicable.
The thing?
We'll get to that.
Do you have any gum?
No, Walter.
He's a friend.
I see. Do you have any mints?
I really need a mint. Oh.
Symmetrical.
It's got teeth.
How beautiful this is. Not so much, no.
No,
Do you think you can remove it?
Oh, I'd be willing to try.
You said the 2 things occurred to you. What's the other one?
I still need mints.
I would still really like some gum or some mints.
This was in his bag. Brought back from Frankfurt.
What? Christmas Carol. Oh, that's a code or data.
Check it out. Thank you.
Is that just hexadecimal or is it something more? Chomping that gum. We're just gonna go in with a scalpel. Oh, it's moving.
Oh,
What's happening?
it's killing him.
Okay.
Excellent work, son. You may have found your true calling at last. Working with me.
I certainly hope not.
Well, for at least 5 seasons, anyway. I love that they still have a dot matrix printer. I don't know why this chuffs me so much, but it feels like the 1990s with that thing.
So you're saying that someone put in this line of DNA on purpose? Why?
Your friend thinks it might be a code.
There's a sequence of 3 letters that appears repeatedly in the parasite's DNA. It could be CIW or DJX.
Or ZFT?
What is ZFT? ZFT.
That means something to you? What?
He reacted.
British national named David Robert Jones was arrested in Frankfurt, Germany by Interpol in possession of state secrets.
So you think he's ZFT?
I don't know. Loeb did.
So ZFT, what is it? Who are they?
There is much you have not been made aware of regarding the pattern.
Well, I'm here.
Come on. Share some info.
Do you think that Jones will tell us how to remove it?
He might.
Walter, come here.
Tendrils are up in the IV.
What is that?
This parasite is spreading faster than I thought.
How long do you think he's got?
A day, maybe.
Hey, I'm going to Germany.
Hi.
He's dying, Olivia. I don't think we're going to make it.
We're gonna make it.
Okay. So it's all throughout his body. If it's moved from his heart to his arm already and then up the tubes, we can assume it's throughout his entire system. Oh, there he is. I see the observer. Ding. What an interesting role for an actor. We're going to need you for 3 frames most episodes. All right. An X? Shall we?
I know the warden. He wouldn't agree to anything. He didn't want me to show up.
So what do we do?
We show up.
Show up.
Mr. Lennox, you have your reasons why you won't allow access to your prisoners. But this is very important to me.
Oh, well, in that case.
Even if I were to give the okay, Mr. Jones talks to no one.
I have reason to believe he will talk to me. If I write him a message, will you give it to him?
Is it going to be a 3-letter message, perhaps? ZFT?
I am grateful for whatever you can do in this case.
Sorry?
Who are you?
I had a fruit cocktail once in Atlantic City. Mind you, I'm not the fruit cocktail sort of guy.
What? What?
Excuse me. We need him to focus.
To focus. To say that he's not focused is to say that he's a biped. Which is to say, you're absolutely right. There's no master switch I can flick and turn him into the man I wish had raised me, or even somebody I don't have to babysit every day. I guess I've had that on my mind for a while.
Apparently. Each line corresponds to an FBI case file and an ID number for the agent or agents assigned to it. Another mole in this office? And you think what? John Scotty was working the ZFT?
Maybe. Yeah, one of the lines is a phone number registered to a Joseph Smith.
Okay, so we're back to
4331 Broad Street, Saugus.
The dock worker.
Broad Street. I'll call you back.
Oh, he's got an Interpol blue notice.
I want to swap.
You don't have to wait with me.
I want to.
Well, they did a serious wet down in there.
Tomorrow morning, you'll have 14 minutes, not a second more.
14.
Mr. Jones wanted you to have this.
Oh. So this is a reply to her message? What's it say?
Jones has agreed to talk with me tomorrow morning, but only on the condition that he first gets to talk to a colleague of his. His name's Joseph Smith.
That's who Broyles is after right now.
What? How?
I don't know.
Peter? We need him alive.
On the roof!
Ah, no.
What?
Don't shoot. No.
Peter?
Yeah. How'd we know that was going to happen? That was practically suicide by cop. Don't pull your gun on a SWAT team.
The same Mr. Smith that your people just killed.
Jones and Smith.
You're kidding me.
Hello, Peter. This is me, your father, Walter Bishop.
Thank you, Walter. I know who you are.
Excellent. We need to talk to that man Smith right away. Does he still have his head?
We have 6 hours to interview him still? Are we going to do what they do at Massive Dynamic? I need the body.
You never did lose well.
So we're not even going to try to talk to Jones?
Spend the night.
Does David Jones know that Joseph Smith is dead?
No. Why?
If you can still get in to see him tomorrow, he may not have to.
What?
Oh, good. Bring him down here, son. Quickly, get me ice.
What?
He's been shot in the head.
Yeah.
Is that a problem? Yes, that's a problem. I'll need to alter the procedure. And I'm not making any promises. It's astonishing how this man's scalp resembles...
Peter's bare bottom when he was a baby.
How did you know that?
You told us that already. Twice.
And don't forget his nipples. Oh, Peter!
Oh, Walter.
James, I believe, or Jimmy. They wanted to identify his assassin.
Hoffa?
Union leader, I think.
Yeah.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Yes. Well, yeah. The trouble was, everyone has a unique tolerance to electrical stimulation. Mine, for instance, is remarkably high. Yours, Peter, unusually low. That's for our friend here. We don't know. So I
You
will
used
have
to do this to me. You attach wires to car batteries and then you would shock me.
Yes, I was accumulating data.
No, you were experimenting on me.
That's what accumulating data means.
Since he's dead, Peter, you'll obviously have to be his ears and mouth.
Did we fry him?
It's a good thing it wasn't attached to your head.
You have not.
I have.
She's staying the night.
He was my partner from the Bureau. Except it was all a lie. He betrayed me, betrayed the job. Then he died.
I'm ashamed of how I treated you.
I'm just about to ask whether this guy's going to become a regular.
I have.
Walter seems to think we can get the dead guy to answer some questions.
Then we're on. I'm gonna go back to the hotel.
When I say go, you, Astro, ask Peter a question. And son, I should apologize in advance. I'm afraid this
is going to hurt?
I shouldn't frighten you.
No, wouldn't want to do that.
It's Olivia. They're taking her in.
No, we're not ready yet.
No. Tell her she's got a stall.
14 minutes.
No, we're on the clock. But Frango's around.
What a pleasure this is.
Where do I know this guy from? I know my face blindness is like strong right now.
You're
but
very serious.
is this
Tell me something.
Mycroft Holmes? It's Mycroft Holmes, isn't it? From Sherlock?
You must realize that you have leverage here.
Yeah, that's
Yet all you
where I
want is
know
the
him
answer to
from.
one question.
You make two assumptions. The second is that I am responsible for the infection of Agent Loeb.
He knows the name.
You think too much. Your own brain function is interfering with the process. You need to be a passive receiver. If I tell you to, stick this in his chest.
Oh
Right
my
here,
God.
Beneath the wrist spot.
Whoa. What is that?
Adrenaline.
Why, Walter? Are you planning on stopping my heart?
Are we Pulp
Walter,
Fictioning
what are
him?
you giving me?
Nothing for you to worry about. Perfectly harmless.
Nothing for you to worry about is the most worrying phrase.
What is going on in here?
Mitchell!
No.
What if you and I, both of us, were being manipulated?
By who?
No, it's not Mycroft. It's definitely not Mycroft, but...
Very long, have you?
What do I know him from?
If it is so urgent to save the life of your friend, why haven't we gotten on with it?
Go, quick.
Go ahead, ask your question.
Where does the gentleman live?
Asteroid, nitroglycerin,
I don't
in the vial
understand.
on the disc. Could you
A
give us the room,
parasite.
please?
I'll call you back.
Is he calling her Astro? Or is he just pronouncing Astrid really weird?
Is there a problem? The people I work with are loyal to the end. Can you say the same?
Go.
Where does the gentleman live?
I'm going to have to increase the voltage. I'm sorry, son.
Higher.
Paper, give me some paper, quick, I see something.
Wait, hold on. What is that?
I have no idea.
This is so...
Die Zeit ist jetzt
He seems rather irritated with you.
Astrid, please, I have no time.
The bullet may have destroyed that part of the brain that helps process horizontal lines. We are going to have to fill in the blanks.
Okay. Yeah. It's gonna spell some...
Oder wir nehmen sie mit.
Astrid, I have no time. I need the answer now! Astrid, please!
Little Hill.
Little Hill.
Little Hill?
Little Hill!
3 parts mebendazole, 2 parts thermophilic hydrolase. A syringe directly into the parasite.
That's all it took to turn him? Little Hill? And just like that, we're...
The roots. They're dying.
Is it killing it, or is it just, like, withdrawing? We're killing it.
Is he gonna be okay?
I hope so.
Yes, my dear.
Don't make promises.
I believe he will.
Okay. That was easy. Sort of.
You know, I have other means of gathering information about Mr. Jones. If you'd like me to use them.
Jones is sticking around.
An organization with connections to the pattern may have someone working with us on the inside.
John Scott.
But it would have needed to have higher clearance than Scott was afforded.
Charlie Francis. Charlie's the one that turned them on to the...
No.
Little Hill? We know that Agent Loeb was infected, but we don't know by whom. Jones says it wasn't him. We don't know anything.
In your mind, somehow a small victory is no victory. What you did was save a man's life. Stop whining about what you can't know, can't control, can't change.
But that's not going to happen.
Your dissatisfaction is what makes you so damn good.
You hungry?
After everything I saw today, no. Look at that.
Oh, now I don't trust the wife. Yeah.
They're gone.
So, did it work? Did we get the answer?
Little Hill. Ah! Okay. So they did all of that just to find out Little Hill? Who the hell's the gentleman? Okay, so there's a whole bunch of new questions. So our dude with the the parasite on his heart, Loeb, is he working for the same people as Scott? Or how is he related to the pattern exactly? But he needed info from Jones, who's being held in prison in Germany. And you guys will tell me where I know that guy from. He's so freaking familiar. But face blindness. Anyway. So they planted that info to make the connection between Jones and Smith. Jones wanted to talk to Smith. Who's the gentleman? Where is Little Hill? Why did Loeb and his wife need to find out about it? Many, many questions. I mean, it's just like Broyles told Olivia at the very end there. Every day you're gonna walk out with a bunch of new answers, but a million new answers and 1,000,001 new questions. It's the J.J. Abrams Lost Mystery Box style show, and we're building out that underlying mystery that's the foundation of the entire show at this point. But at the same time, it's a monster of the week. There's a parasite on a dude's heart. Let's get into let's find a way to solve this problem by talking to a dead man with a bullet in his brain. You got a surprising like the funny thing that's going on in my head right now is not that we got info from a dead man, but that we got a surprising amount of info from a dead man with a bullet in his brain. That's what this show has done to my perspective already. Is like, oh yeah, no, the underlying science makes I'll buy that. It's just like, oh, but all the bullet did was take out horizontal lines from this dude's answer, and how exactly did Peter fill in the blanks? There's so many letters you can create just by adding horizontal lines to vertical lines. But Little Hill is certainly one combination. But you can make lots of words with, let me think, E's, F's, I's, T's, L's, H's, but maybe not too many. Those are your options, aren't they? And I feel like they came up with Little Hill as a potential phrase specifically to that problem. What short place name can we come up with that has nothing but vertical and horizontal lines? No diagonals, no curves. It's fun writing. It's thought provoking writing, and not in a philosophical sense. It's just like it's these writers like creating puzzles, and I dig that because I like solving puzzles. So I feel like we introduced some new recurring characters in this episode. I feel like Loeb and his wife are going to be back. I feel like Jones is going to be back. I wish I knew what I knew him from. He's so freaking familiar. And as soon as you guys tell me, as soon as I read it in the comments, I'm going to be like, of course. But that's how hashtag face blindness works. Anyhow, we got into Olivia's relationship life, and this dude in Frankfurt that she sort of had a misconnection with in the past, and they almost acted on it now. He's certainly got a torch for her, and she's not unamenable to the idea, but she also says she's inept at this sort of thing, and it might be too soon since John Scott's passing for her to move on to something new that isn't just a fling. And I also thought the show was kind of making us think that she and Peter might be a deal, and they're going off for a drink right now. And I hope this doesn't become too much of a soap opera in that sense, and yet, you know, Lost certainly had all of its love triangles and stuff, and I didn't hate that, so I'm okay with them throwing that into the mix. I just hope that doesn't become a primary focus of the show. One of the things I really dug about the X-Files was they never made Scully and Mulder a couple. They were always just partners, and I thought that was awesome, and it probably took restraint. But anyway, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with the show, guys. I'm going to be thinking about this, trying to figure out what the underlying mystery is. And I know I don't have enough info yet, but I'm going to be thinking about it nonetheless. And I'm going to be watching another episode next week. And I can't wait for that. And until then, everybody, take care, stay healthy. We'll see you soon. Cheers.